Yo, friends, welcome back to my channel. NiceToReevU here, back at it again with another Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure review. Finally taking a look at that Sugar Man after holding it off for a whole week, which was way more time than I actually needed. I just needed a little break, throw things on the back burner, you know what I mean. But without further ado, we do have the Sugar Man, so let's review. Alright, so now we have all of the pieces laid out in front of us, as you can see. Very fun wave to get. I didn't really have to do too much hunting. I got the whole wave at Northman Collectibles, and if you're a Canadian collector such as myself, great place to get your Marvel Legends. So we do have the head coming with Jean Grey, mediocre figure at best, but I did like it. A set of the arms did come with X-Man, as opposed to the other set of arms coming with Sunfire. Both great figures. The back piece did come with that Wild Child. Hugely disappointing figure. I did not like it with the duplicate feet. Very disappointing figure. One of the legs did come with Weapon X, and I did like Weapon X, loving that Wolverine all the time. Another leg coming with the Morph figure, and then Dark Beast did come with Sugar Man's hammer. Now that we have all of these pieces laid out in front of us, let's just go ahead and build them up and have some fun with this guy. So we're going to start off with the head and the body, basically, and basically the legs. So we're just going to snap these on as quick as possible. I don't really want to drag this video out too long, so I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible, so just bear with me. We're going to do some size comparisons at the end of the video. So as you can see, his suspender belt there just kind of loose. When I put this back piece on, I assume that it's going to fit perfectly. So we'll just snap this on here. Oh wow, just look how thick he is. Wow, he's got quite the hunchback. I'm really loving this. Oh wow. Oh, I really do love those buttons there on his belt there. Really loving that. Oh geez. Wow, look at the size of these arms. They're quite long, so you know, he's kind of giving off that Goro vibe a little bit, but man, this guy's just ugly as hell. Oh yeah, I'm just really digging these arms. They go in so good too, like they're really snug, they're not really too tight or anything. You can move these around quite well. So we'll just get his hammer in there, and then we'll, oh man, we're gonna do some size comparisons to other Build-A-Figures and I guess the other figures in this wave. So we'll take a closer look at this guy. Alright, taking a look at all of the articulation points on this guy from head to toe, getting him in that typical T pose, or X pose if you will. As you can see, well, I guess we'll start off with the arms. You do see on the shoulder parts in both of the arms, we do have those hinge joints there in both on all four of the arms. We do have those slits in the biceps in all four of the arms, the double jointed elbows as you can see, and the hinge joints in all four wrists. Very great stuff, and that's 5 points of articulation in the arms there by themselves. Looking at the body, we do have 1 point of articulation, and that's a slit on the waist area for that swivel action. Can't see, I'll remove that later and give you a closer look at that. Looking at the legs, we do have 4 points of articulation. We do have those dumbbell joints on the pelvic area, the slits in both of the thighs, the single jointed knees this time around for the short legs, and the hinge joints in the ankle area. Giving that all about 29 points of articulation, you guys. 29! That is insane. So let's take a closer look at the arms. Alright, taking a look at the Sugar Man's arms, as you can see we have that hinge joint in the shoulder area, allowing him to raise his arms about that high. Not as high as the upper arms, but we do have the double jointed elbows, giving us that nice perfect bend as you can see, and that swivel in the biceps, and just yeah, double jointed elbows in all four of the arms obviously, and the hinge joints in the wrist, giving us that swivel action, as well as being able to hinge down that much and up that much. Very great stuff, very great stuff. Loving the articulation in all of the arms and hands. Alright, one last look at the articulation points in the shoulder for that 360 spin. You just kind of have to spread out the arms a little bit just so they can get over the bulky shoulder parts of the other arms. And as you can see, perfect 360 spin in both of the arms. Very great stuff. And same thing goes for the bottom. You kind of just almost do that 360 spin and then just spread it out when it kind of touches the shoulder of the behind arm, I guess. And yeah, you could just totally do the 360 spin on all 4 of the arms. Really loving that. Smooth articulation as well. Not really too much forcing going on here. Alright, as you can see, I did remove his belt and his suspender straps kind of thing. And just giving us that closer look at the swivel in the whole waist area. As you can see, whole 360 spin here. Oh man, and it just moves very clean, very smooth articulation. He does have 4 points of articulation in the legs, like I mentioned before. We do have the dumbbell joints here, the slit here, the single hinge joint here, as well as the hinge joint in the ankles. The Sugar Man can kick forward about that much, which is alright, I guess. And he can also kick back about this much. Ooh, we do have that gap in the thigh. We do have the single jointed knees, giving us a bend about this far. And that hinge joint hinging down about this low and hinging up about this high for the ankle hinges. He does have the ankle pivot action in both of the ankles, and it's not as hard as you'd expect for his small legs, but it's very clean, smooth articulation here. Almost forgetting to mention about those slits in the thigh area, as you can see. As hard as it was to put these on, they move very smoothly and very clean. It's just his left thigh. As you can see, we do have this gap here. It moves very clean, but we have this gap here. I try to push it on as much as I could, but it's just an eyesore. You can tell it's just ready to pop off. If I move it around too much, can't really get it on any more than that. But, you know, other than that, he can do the splits about this far. Oh, see, geez, that's what I didn't want happening, and it just pops right off. Very easy to put back on, not too big of a deal. I'm just not going to bother with his legs too much. Alright, taking a look at the Sugar Man hammer. Very big, bulky, heavy hammer. I don't really know if there's a specific name for this, but if there is, leave it in the comments below. And here it is right beside the Mjolnir, the hammer that comes in the 2-pack with the movie Thor and Lady Sif. Very great 2-pack, but there's just a huge size difference here, and the weight is just crazy in the Sugar Man hammer. It's just insane. Alright, when it comes to the size comparisons to other Build-A-Figures that I own, here is the Sugar Man right next to the Gladiator Hulk from the Thor Ragnarok movie Build-A-Figure wave, I guess, right? That's what you'd call it. And another character from the X-Men series, here is the Sugar Man right next to the Juggernaut. And I know he's a Build-A-Figure, but this is more of like a re-release with the Colossus 2-pack. And just for fun, I thought I'd throw this out there, but here is the Sugar Man right next to Bowser from the World of Nintendo Jakks Pacific toy line. And I really do like the Jakks Pacific toy line, that's why I thought it'd be fun to do this size comparison. And another fun size comparison here is the Sugar Man right next to Reinhardt from the Overwatch Ultimates Hasbro toy line. And I really do like this toy line, another toy line I own, so just for fun. And last but not least, here is Sugar Man right next to the Abomination from the Gamerverse Build-A-Figure wave. And this is the Build-A-Figure that I recently just reviewed and built. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Both great Build-A-Figures. Alright you guys, that about does it for this video and this entire wave. If I had to choose my top 3 in this wave, it would have to go to number 3 being Weapon X, number 2 being the Dark Beast because he's my first Beast figure, and number 1 obviously being the Sugar Man himself. That's right, I really love this Build-A-Figure, you guys. I just totally underestimated this guy and this wave, apart from the Wild Child, very disappointing piece. But I have to thank Austin at Northman Collectibles. That's where I ordered this entire wave, and it just shipped within like 5 days. It was very fast shipping. Very pleased with that. So thank you guys so much. And I apologize for not uploading a video in a week with this Sugar Man review. I've just been battling copyright strikes, and I'm a nobody. I don't get paid. I don't get sponsored by anybody. So it's kind of random for them to attack me. But if you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you will. You guys know the drill. I'm out of here. Peace out.